How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to the Bonneville Cocktail Collection. Now, this video we're going to be continuing our series on whiskey cocktails. In particular, we're going to be looking at Japanese whiskey. So here are 5 of our favourites. First up is a cocktail called a Tokyo Sidecar, and as you can probably guess, this is a variation on the classic Sidecar, but we're going to substitute cognac for Japanese whiskey. First up, we're going to need some triple sec. Let's go 25 mils. There's one actual other alteration in this drink, and instead of lemon juice, we're going to be using a juice from the yuzu fruit. This is it's hard to describe. It's somewhere between an orange or a tangerine maybe and a lemon, but depending on how ripe they are and various different types, the flavour profile is quite different. So play around with the ratios. We're just going to go equal parts on this one because this stuff we've got here balances quite well. Last but not least is our Japanese whiskey, and we're going to go 50 mils of that. And that is it. We'll shake that up. And we are going to fine strain that into a chilled cocktail glass. Now, a classic Sidecar would have a sugared rim. I don't think this drink needs it. So we are going to go no garnish, and that is Tokyo Sidecar. All right, guys, next up is a cocktail called a nail in the coffin. It's a stir drink. So get your mixing glass. We are going to start with Madeira. We're going to go 30 mils. Next up is Fernet Branca. I'm going to go 20 mils of that. And we need a vanilla liqueur. I think the original recipe called for liqueur 43. We don't have that at the moment, actually, unfortunately. So we're going to use Galliano. Not a million miles away. And last but not least, our Japanese whiskey, 40 mils of that. Get your ice in there. And give that a stir. Check for dilution, and we'll strain that into a chilled cocktail glass. Just finish that off with some cherries, and that is your nail in the coffin. All right, next up is a drink called a Maneki-tini. It's another stirred drink. Very simple, this one, with just a couple of ingredients. We're going to start with 5 mils of sweet vermouth, 10 mils of cherry brandy, and 50 mils of our Japanese whiskey. That stir. That should do it. Yep. Going to strain that into a chilled cocktail glass. And again, I'm going to garnish that with some cherries. And there you go. The Maneki-tini. All right, guys, this next drink is called the After Dinner Sazerac. It's served in a rocks glass, and the first thing we need to do is rinse this glass, not with absinthe like you do in all Sazerac. This one we're going to rinse with a coffee liqueur. We use this one called Fair Cafe. It's a fair trade coffee liqueur. To rinse it, just pour some in and just wash it around the glass, and then, unfortunately, just pour it out. Put that to one side. We'll stick ours in the freezer to keep it cold whilst we're preparing the rest of the drink. And for that, you're going to need a mixing glass, some sugar syrup, between 5 and 10 ml, I'd say, depending on how sweet you like your drinks. Then some Angostura bitters, Again, 1 or 2 dashes depending on how much you like that. And then last but not least, our Japanese whiskey. We are going to go 60 mils. Ice that up and give it a stir. Should do it. One thing I should say about Japanese whiskey is that, you know, the production methods are very similar to Scotch whiskey, and all the whiskies vary slightly from where and how they're produced. So, you know, be careful when you're picking your whiskies to make with cocktails, because you can get some wildly varying flavour profiles. Anyway, so that's mixed, and we're just going to pour this into our pre-rinsed glass, and that's it. I have seen some recipes that require a kaffir lime leaf as a garnish, but we're going to go without, and that's the after dinner Sazerac. Alright guys, last but not least, we have a drink called the Autumn Delight. This is a built drink. Start with our highball and fill that with ice. And we're going to go with our Japanese whiskey, again 60 mils. We're going to top that with cider. So we've got cider on tap here, and we're just going to top that. In your straw. And then we're just going to finish that off with a little dust of cinnamon, and we'll just garnish that with some apple. And there we go, that's the Autumn Delight. Alright guys, those are 5 of our favourite Japanese whiskey cocktails. Let us know how you get on in the comments. And now you can follow us on Instagram at BONNEVILLE Cocktails. And if you tag all your drinks photos with hashtag BONCocktails, we'd love to see them. And we'll see you soon. So now you can follow us on Bob, and so make sure you. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, sorry. All right, guys, those were. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and now you can follow us on Instagram at BONNEVILLE Cocktails. So subscribe and share, and now you can follow us on Instagram at BONNEVILLE Cocktails. So we'll see you over there. You motherfucking. And now you can follow us on BONNEVILLE Cocktails on Instagram at BONNEVILLE Cocktails. And don't forget to hashtag all your photos, all your cocktail photos, Bon Cocktails. Bon.
Perfect.
Yeah? Yeah? Done? It's a wrap.